faut être sage, prudent. Parti depuis 24 heures et au large du Cap Horn, un de nos membres d'équipage ne peut continuer. Nous sommes alors contraints de revenir au port, en sécurité. Les prochains jours, nous patientons. On ne peut pas traverser cet océan sans qu'il nous ouvre ses portes. Les mers du Sud, on ne les apprivoise pas. On laisse l'océan décider à notre place. Alors enfin, après l'attente vient l'immobile. On ne cherche plus à compter, planifier. On sait qu'on y arrivera, mais quand? La réponse ne nous appartient pas.
Okay, so we're currently in Ushuaia, as you can see behind me, in the end of the world, or in our view, kind of the gateway to Antarctica. And I'm Remy. I'm working for Team Malizia and coming along on this expedition to Antarctica, the final one this year. And yeah, hopefully we leave tomorrow. Well, the boat this year, will have done 2, but with December, let's count it as well. That'll be 3 trips in total. Once to the eastern side of the peninsula, and then twice to the western side. My first impression, well, it was pretty cool because we actually saw the last expedition arrive last week, so coming down the Beagle Channel and then trying to motor in. So it was really generally crowded with the idea of like everybody coming and how exciting it was. I've only ever seen this on pictures, and these mountains, it's like the experience of Antarctica feels like it begins here, the gateway. My favourite part so far has been the showers over there. They've been an extreme highlight because we do have showers in the boat, but they're very limited on water, and I feel like showers on land where you kind of can dry off without touching the bed and the roof at the same time are quite nice. So that's been my favourite part, but I'm happy to miss it for the next things coming. Okay, so we did actually already leave once before to Antarctica and attempt to leave, and 15 hours into the journey, just before we went out in the open ocean pretty much and where it should get all wavy, we had to make the quite difficult decision, but only a decision that made sense, which was to turn back. And now the last few days we've been waiting for the weather window to return back and reattempt to travel to Antarctica, and that most likely will be tomorrow midday when we set off. I'm very excited because I don't know what to expect. We've had a little bit of like a taste test going down the Beagle Channel before, and it kind of went really well, but we had a lot of seasickness medication. But I mean, step by step, there are so many exciting things coming our way. First the trip, then actually arriving, then meeting under the pole as well. It's just so many fantastic, new and amazing things. Yeah, so this is the Malizia Explorer, the vessel that's going to take us to Antarctica, which has been there twice already before. It's crazy to see her now in these freezing cold conditions, and also colder, because the last time I saw her was like in summer and in France. Down here, hidden in the back, you can see the aft. In there is the CCD rosette, which is from the Alfred Wegener Institute, that comes down on this kind of A-frame. Outside, you're kind of sheltered so that it's not freezing cold the entire time, even though it is pretty cold, but the wind at least is a bit sheltered. Then you see the little windows there. That's where we spend most of our time, and the saloon. And then all of these windows here on the side of the boat, along that blue line, are the windows to the room pretty much. We're on deck at the moment. We're covered to kind of keep dry and safe from the wind a little bit. And this is for Marin, who's behind the camera, the best place on the boat, he just said. I think it's quite nice because you can escape from everything, because if you go downstairs, it's pretty crowded, and if one person speaks, it's nice, but sometimes you want silence, and then you can come out here, and that's where you have it. And you also have a perfect view of everything the entire time. Good. One cool thing about the boat is that everywhere where you look, there's something hidden that you never really know like where. So for example here, I'm not actually sure how to open it because I'm not allowed to open anything with food. I'm allowed to open it, but we're not allowed to take any food without it like being clear, because food every day. So this is our garden, and we have like pretty much everything stored away there in crates for the next days. Like look how many lemons. I didn't even know that many lemons could, I don't even know enough dishes of lemons. These kind of hidden spots are all over the boat, not just here, but also the floorboards inside, under the settees. Everywhere you look, there is food or something hidden. So it's quite good for hide and seek. Yeah. It's coming in.
Can you show inside?
So it's a little bit warmer in here, and everybody is working. It's like an internet cafe on the water at the moment. This is Blaise. Blaise is one of the sailors. I'm not sure what he's up to right now. What are you doing, Blaise? Down here, everybody is very busy on their laptops. For example, here we have Juliette, who is a researcher. But here again, we've got, this is the most hidden drawer of all drawers. It's you can only open it, like, you need a key on the back and someone else to open it at the front because there's chocolate hidden in there, so we have to always keep it closed. And we cannot touch this. This is purely the cook who's allowed to open it and touch it and distribute chocolate whenever he sees fit. So okay, we can touch it, but I mean, you can't get in it. It's the Holy Grail. Try getting in there. Oh no! It's open! Don't tell anybody. Let's introduce Uli. This is Uli.
Hello.
Uli, can you introduce it? Yeah, actually, Uli has used the time very wisely whilst being here waiting in Ushuaia because you've been for a dive yesterday. No? You've got some pictures. Can you show it?
Yeah. Forest looks like underwater.
And it's pretty cool because Uli is also going to be diving in Antarctica, but also looked at, like, pretty much just for fun, but also with rigor here at the forest here, which is pretty cool.
An educational program for kids in Germany about the marine forests, like forests that are made of plants, but also forests that are made of animals. These ones are made of plants. It's a giant kelp forest. Here, just off the coast of Ushuaia, 1 kilometer offshore.
But you also find these little things that surprised you, know?
Oh, yeah.
That you hadn't seen before.
Yep, beautiful.
The boat's been pretty personalised because the boat's been on quite a few trips so far since its launch in last June, I think. So some of the team are actually still here on board. So looking around here, you've got like a full year of the team. And they went to Cabo Verde, they went to Senegal, to Fernando de Noronha, everywhere. And all of this you can also see on this map, which is pretty nice to trace it down. And here, in theory, we should have a few ropes going back and forward for the times we went. But it's really nice because you can also stop and say, hey, Blaise, that's Blaise, for example, tell us about that mission over there, which is quite fun.
Okay.
And this is actually quite a cool thing because this was started by the first Antarctic mission. So it's like it's not been done very well, not every single day, but it's like a calendar. So depending on what happened that day, someone drew something. And this was left by, I think, Louisa and Leah from the last mission, wishing us to stay strong in the Drake. And this is still counting for us because we've still got the Drake ahead of us. It's pretty nice. Yeah, come on. Here, when the boat's rocking, you're like this, which is nice.
Nice.
Well, no, not nice. I'm very lucky actually because we have a cabin of 4 people here. We have a cabin of 2 here. I'm in the cabin of 2. I'm in the cabin of 2 over here. And maybe you keep the camera on the top, but this is my bunk. And it's very small space, so every single time I go into bed, I bang my head. I've heard it can be worse on other boats, so I'm very happy as it is. We have a bathroom there, all our gear in here, and a little towel of shame here because we always cause a lot of condensation on the roof, and it non-stop drips even though we dry it. So this is just like a really stinky rag we have.
Okay.
On the other side, we have 4 people staying together.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's pretty much the sailors' cabin. This is where the sailors wait and have their rooms. Everybody's kind of, even though it's double beds, you're pretty much sharing, but you have the lee board to kind of have a little bit of space, but also in the waves keep from each other. And there are spaces for 6 in the back here. And under here on the ground is, of course, more food.
Where?
Well, everywhere. I can't really open it. But here you do food. Over here, there's a freezer under there. It's pretty cool. Cooking in here, of course, well, it's a normal sailing boat. And if you turn around, I don't know if we can go in the room, but over here is one of my favourite things of the boat, which is the ocean pack. And the ocean pack is a scientific device that non-stop collects data on CO2, salinity and temperature. So that's a really nice feature that we often forget because it just does its own thing, but it's really, really valuable. Also because we sail obviously into regions where usually nobody goes, so that's a really fantastic little extra thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so because we're 14 people on board and everybody has their different jobs, and to make sure that it kind of, not every job just like relies on one person doing it because they've been unlucky. We have a big system here, so as you can see, it looks like it's thousands of numbers. At the end, it's only 1 to 8, but it's harder than one would think to understand it. And every single day, you have a different task, like for example, preparing the breakfast or doing the cleanup of something. So yeah, this is all sorted out meticulously to make it sure it's all kind of working. And one other thing, that is like, I think everybody at home has something like this too. It's the bowl that is used for everything, for food, but also for being sick. And these here are the pink sick bowls. So right now in here we have some oranges, just kind of there. And tomorrow there'll definitely not be oranges in there anymore, but something less tasty. Hopefully not, but maybe. Yeah. I'm looking for Jonathan to explain a little bit more of give more info about this area, because I'm not really boat savvy yet.
Which area?
Well, we're in the navigational space pretty much, so if the sailors aren't there, they're here, keeping an eye on all of these lovely technical devices over here.
So this is the chart table. This is where we spend a lot of time doing the navigation. We have our radar, which is here, so for obstacle detectance. We also have the masthead camera, which gives us a nice view from all the front and obstacle avoidance, and our different nav system and charts for navigating, which is here. So we do spend a lot of time here as well in the warmth of the boat, because we have a very good view of everything. It's also here that we installed just recently in Uruguay. We installed the rosette for the whole mission, the science in the back, and we do have some controls here. So whenever we are doing a rosette deployment, we do it from the boat's computer. We have this deck unit which is used to control the rosette and close the bottles, and we also have a wireless remote, but we have another second remote emergency for controlling the winch to deploy the rosette when we're doing it. So we are at the helm station of the boat. This is where we drive the boat. So we have, of course, the steering wheel, the engine controls, the thrusters, and we have a little nav station area with the automatic pilot controls and instruments. And it's also from the space which we do all the sails maneuver. So we have hydraulic functions for all the sails, and the winches which are just here to do all the sails maneuver. When we are doing watches, we spend a lot of time here, especially navigating Antarctica. We have windows where we can watch the sails and also take the head outside to watch what's in front, make sure we don't hit anything. And we have a good vision, 360 of all around the boat, so make sure that there's no dangers around. Otherwise, we do spend a lot of time as well on inside at the chart table, where we have the radar and the masthead camera and other functions for navigation.
So now we wait for the weather. Hopefully we leave tomorrow. We also wait for a few of the other crew members to come back so that they can tell you even more about their jobs and their roles on board here. I find it incredibly daunting to be sailing south very soon. Also because it's a great pressure. There's an amazing place, an amazing boat. Every conversation you have with somebody is just like, you learn so much more the entire time. Just hard to put into words, and I think what I think now will be very different from when I come back. Really hard to put into words. I have like a big bit of excitement here right now, and I think I need a hug.
I feel super excited. It's been a very long wait, and we've been dreaming of Antarctica now for a few months. We are working on the campaign, and yeah, we are very much looking forward to meeting under the pole over there.
Le canal du Beagle est notre porte de sortie de la Terre de Feu. Dans quelques jours, les montagnes autour de nous ne seront que glaciers. Le vert, lui, aura disparu, laissant place au gris. Et les odeurs de forêt primaire seront lointaines, remplacées par l'odeur âcre des rouqueries. Le canal du Beagle a ce site majestueux qu'on pourrait penser que l'Antarctique nous attend à la sortie. Ce canal a, selon son sens de passage, une signification différente. Une semaine plus tôt, l'emprunté était tout un autre symbole. Nous étions surpris par le vert. Nous les trouvions presque plates, ces montagnes, à côté de celles plus au sud, démesurées. En une semaine, notre norme a changé, permettant, à chaque passage vers l'Antarctique, de garder le même émerveillement que le premier.